Today on The Explainer, we're diving into the microscopic hero that keeps your lungs working with every single breath. So here's a puzzle. Your lungs are lined with a watery fluid that creates this powerful force trying to collapse them. That force is called surface tension. And in our lungs, it's so strong, breathing would be almost impossible. So what saves us? The answer? It's a substance called pulmonary surfactant. It's basically a thin film lining all those tiny air sacs. Right here, inside these little air sacs, called alveoli, that protective layer acts as a barrier, stopping them from collapsing. So what's it made of? Well, it's pretty simple actually. Mostly fatty stuff called lipids, plus a few key proteins. The real star of the show is a phospholipid called DPPC. That's the main ingredient doing the heavy lifting here. Okay, so where does this amazing stuff even come from? Let's take a look at the factory floor. This all happens inside special cells in your lungs. You can think of them as tiny surfactant factories working 24/7. Okay, so surfactant has count them, five major superpowers. Let's break them down. All right, superpower number one, it stops your lungs from collapsing. It slashes that surface tension every time you breathe out. Number two, it keeps all the air sacs stable. This stops the small ones from collapsing into the big ones. Superpower 3 is keeping your lungs dry. It literally stops fluid from getting pulled into your air spaces. And number 4, it just makes breathing easier. Your muscles don't have to work nearly as hard to inflate your lungs. And finally, number 5, it's a bodyguard. Some of its proteins actually tag germs for your immune cells to destroy. But what happens when this protector goes missing? Well, the consequences are serious, especially for newborns. Let's see why. See, a fetus only starts making surfactant late in pregnancy. It doesn't really ramp up production until right before birth. And that timing is absolutely critical. If a baby is born too early, they just don't have enough to breathe. This condition is called infant respiratory distress syndrome, or IRDS. Their tiny lungs are fighting this massive surface tension. Without that protective film we talked about, the air sacs just collapse over and over again with every breath. Thankfully, we have a way to help. Doctors can actually give artificial surfactant directly into the baby's lungs. So from stopping collapse to fighting germs, this stuff is an absolute powerhouse. It's totally essential for our survival. And it really makes you wonder, right? What other tiny invisible heroes are working inside you right now?